So Heather, what do you do in conjunction with this diet? Because I'm sure it's not just all about healthy food choices and cooking it right and all this kind of stuff. There are sure probably other things that you can do in conjunction with this to really kind of amp the effect and make yourself even healthier, right?
There are, and that was for me the ketogenic diet kind of plan was just the catalyst. I mean, that was really the start for me. That was kind of like, okay, so I have an idea of what I'm supposed to be doing, and as I started doing it, I realized some more things, and more came to me. One of the most important things with the ketogenic diet or any lifestyle period, I don't care what you're doing, adding in lots of fresh filtered lemon water. I mean, that's like I drink religiously. I mean, I've got my water bottle with me at all times. I'm drinking anywhere from 70 to 100 ounces a day. And one of the reasons why that's important is when you are in ketosis, which is the process of burning ketones as fuel versus glucose, is you can get things like kidney stones because you're eliminating through the liver, you're eliminating a lot of the fat and the toxins. So you need to replace it with something. So you always, and I think most of us are walking around in a state of dehydration for a majority of the time, and we don't even realize it. We don't even know and recognize the signs. That headache that you can't kick, the feeling of hunger. A lot of times that is dehydration. So addressing that first and foremost, I know that if I am drinking my lemon water and I'm doing and eating well and everything else, and I get a hunger signal of like, oh my God, I'm hungry, I'm probably hungry. It's probably not anything to do with being dehydrated, or maybe I'm not eating well, so my body thinks I'm constantly hungry, trying to fill that need, that nutritional need. So that's like one of the basics for me. Meditation. I think, kind of getting your mind right and realizing that for me, it really was a mindset change. And like I've said before, that it's not the things that you can't have. It's the lifestyle that you want and the things that you can have. And what does that look like? And being in a state of always the gratitude state that people talk about, of like, I'm grateful that my body responds so well to the foods that I feed it, and that I feel so good after I eat, that I don't feel sick to my stomach, because I know what that feels like too. I know what feeling full. I had my gallbladder out, and I know that was like that sick feeling of, oh my God, I just want to pass out and I'm uncomfortable. I'm grateful that I don't feel that way. I'm grateful that I feel good after I eat. And just kind of getting that really kind of, I don't know, that happy place again, I think, and being in a state of meditation where your mind's not constantly feeling like you're less than for whatever reason, whether it's diet, weight, health, any of those things. So that's another thing. The exercising. Now, I am not a fan of the gym. I broke up with the gym after my go around with it and not getting results, but I do move. I've just added a rebounder, and up until I started really kind of pursuing this passion, I am a very busy mom. I'm a virtual school mom, teacher, wife, constantly moving and grooving. And when I started sitting at the computer more, I realized that I was not moving anymore, and this wasn't a good thing. So I got a rebounder, one of those little mini trampolines that we used to jump on, that our parents used to have, or whatever you might remember. This is a little bit more, it's a nicer one than the blue ones with the blue on them and the bouncy springs. But I do it 10 minutes at a time. That's what I can do. I have it up against my wall. I'll be sitting at the computer for an hour, hour and a half, and I'll be like, I have not moved. I'll put it down, jump on it for 10 minutes, and then put it back up again. And I'll do that usually 2 to 3 times a day. It's really great for the lymphatic system. It helps drain all the toxins. When you've got lymphatic buildup, that produces cellulite. That's where those pockets of cellulite start to pop up. So that's a sign, if you've got some cellulite popping up, that your lymphatic system is not draining well. So movement, and it can be any movement. It doesn't, going to the gym and working out, these hardcore cardio, anything more than 30 minutes and you're putting your body in a state of stress, and that produces cortisol, which produces belly fat and all of the other problems that come with that. Not a good idea. At least not for me. Not for me. If you like it, that's all. You do what you love to do, and that's fine. The high intensity, short periods, yoga. I love yoga. I love the fact that I can feel my body moving and it doesn't feel stressful. And it's hard. You know that you're working out, but you don't feel like you're, stressing and sweating and all of those things. So the movement's a really important thing. The hydration's an important thing. Meditation, that's an important thing. And I also think having a support group. I know that when I was out there on my own doing it, it was kind of lonely, and I didn't have a whole lot of people to talk to and get excited about it. And as more people started to join me, I realized how important that support was. So support's great. And prepping and planning above all else, to end this conversation, prepping and planning. If you spend some time planning your meals and know what you're going to make for the next week or two, and spending, a couple hours here, a couple hours there, prepping for those meals makes it easy. So when you do get hungry or you are running short on time, you're not going to fall into old habits of just grabbing something and not making the best choice with that.
Because we are lazy creatures at heart, and we tend to go with our established neural pathway patterns and
Path of least resistance.
Right. And I love what you're talking about the exercise, because it's really interesting. I have a trainer, and he asked me what I did on the weekends. I said, "Oh, I run 7 miles." And he was like, "I want you to stop that because you're not helping yourself." He said, "I either want you to do running sprints or walk." And it felt like I was cheating. It really felt like I was cheating, but he said, "You're actually destroying your body doing that." So it was very interesting. I was like pushing myself to run those 7 miles. You know what I mean? And that was actually not helping me. So
no, and I think, again, I don't have anything against the gym, and for those that enjoy that, that's great. I don't have time to get to the gym. I mean, like right now I don't. That's why I had to be, and I think everybody needs to make that choice for themselves. What can you realistically do? Like I have some of my clients, they're like, well, I'm going to start, working out when I get home, if I get home early enough. And I'm like, what about taking some tennis shoes with you to work and just taking 10-minute breaks a couple times a day and walking around the parking lot, or just those stairs that sit right outside your office? Hit those stairs for just move. And it doesn't have to be for long periods of time.
right.
Just moving is good. And it also clears your head, and it's great for mental clarity and all that good stuff.
Yeah, because I think people get into this all or nothing sort of mindset. You know what I mean?
And that's a really great way to set yourself up to fail, because it's these really high expectations of like, I've got to do this. And if I don't, well, screw it. Then nothing's going to get.
I'm just a failure.
Like what can we binge watch on Netflix today?
Right. Where's my carbs?
Slippery slope, my friend, slippery slope.
I love it. And you said sense of community. Well, you've got your program right there, and there's your sense of family and community of people who are going to support you.
Yeah, it's so funny because as I'm supporting them, I'm getting the support back. It's really this symbiotic, beautiful relationship that, teacher, student, student, teacher, it's very fluid. And I love that. And it's as much as I give, I get back from them as well, which is
yeah. That's amazing. Yeah, people come and thank you, and you're like, "Oh no, thank you."
Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for for showing me that this is helping you, because that's inspiring me to even search more and do more for others.